Astro Tarot forecast. I am shuffling the Starman Tarot, and this is by David De Angelis, and it was inspired by the artwork that he created for David Bowie. So I'm into the deck. I used it last month for the Psychic Tarot readings. So I'll be shuffling this deck for the Astro portion of the reading. And thank you for subscribing and tuning in. I appreciate your support and your patience. And let's get to it. Happy spring. Happy sun in Aries. So we've got a lot going on, and I do want to mention the last transit of March on the 31st is Mars entering the sign of Gemini. And Mars will be here through the 15th of May. And what that means is stimulation for your career. And if you haven't quite got the grasp on what it is Virgo is supposed to be doing or should be doing at their highest, at their most excellent selves, this is the time frame that you'll receive the inspiration, which is Mars, for that creative genius. I feel an inspiration, a determination, which is Mars, an energy and a stamina and a drive to do what it is you're passionate about in career. And it takes a minute, but I feel like Virgo has all of the things that they need right now to get this going. And this is a big source of a title that you're giving yourself. Some of you are going through name changes, title changes, last name, including changing your name altogether. And some of you are coming up with aliases, is what I'm hearing. So maybe there's some of you who are writing, and this is about, you know, your alias. There's a big title change for you at work as well. And some of you need to give yourselves titles, regardless of what anyone else labels you. It's so important to know what it is you do well. And I feel like there's a message in here that Virgo is going to figure out, oh, that's what I'm doing, or that's what I'm calling myself. Something to that effect. And this is powerful because Mars is power. And it's time for Virgo to take a leadership role in your life and to become your own authority. When Mars is in the 10th house for this long, he's only here once every 2 years, you gain a sense of control and leadership and authority over how you do your work. And it's hard for you to report to other people. So watch your aggression to authority figures, and that includes cops and law officials in the 10th house. If you're pulled over, and don't get too feisty on them, because they'll slap you with a ticket. There's also with attorneys, if you have a day in court in the time frame of Mars in the 10th, watch how you're addressing everyone in that courtroom. You don't want to be too glib or come off the wrong way, is what I get. So on the 5th of April, we have our new moon at 15 degrees of Aries in your 8th house of intimacy and sex and investors and shared resources. So Virgo might find someone to partner up with and to get the money that they need into their own business. This is about new intimacy on levels that you haven't received. And if you're not in relationship, you could meet someone very deep, you know, very sensitive, and wants to get to know you on a deeper level. And that does include sexually, because that is the 8th house as well. And if you're already in relationship, you have a fresh start at connecting again around the 5th. 2.5 days before and 2.5 days after. On the 10th, Jupiter is retrograding at 24 degrees of Sagittarius through August 12th in your 4th house of home and environment. This is not like a Mercury retrograde. Don't worry. I know that it was hard when your ruling planet slows down like he did from March 5th through the 28th. That was a nightmare, and we're still in that retrograde as I'm recording, but I shouldn't say nightmare. We're all blessed, but it was a rough month of March. On this retrograde, I feel like this is about reviewing the space you have in this home, and you might require more of it, or the space itself might not feel settled with you, and that's okay. This isn't a negative retrograde. I just feel like the positivity is dispersed a little more slowly when Jupiter retrogrades. So it might be hard to feel optimistic as much as you've been, but it's also about creating the right dynamic within your home. And it could have to do with feng shui and making sure all the pieces are aligned in the right way as far as how everything is set up or decorated. And boundaries, who has the right to come into certain rooms. Some Virgos are establishing boundaries with teenagers and privacy and things like that. Or knocking, I'm getting like knock on the door before you come in. I think you might have growing children and they're requiring, you know, space and privacy and things like that. So you're just learning how to address the dynamic within your home. On the 17th, Mercury enters Aries, where the new moon's energy was in this 8th house. So dating and discerning and analyzing the potential suitors and intimacies of your life is strong. Some of you have to tend to the responsibility of being the executor of someone's will. Mercury in the 8th house has to do with settlements, inheritance, the passing of someone, the news of someone's passing. And it's also tending to all company and monetary details in business partnerships and shared resources, making sure that what's happening in the home is 50-50, not 60-40, but 50-50. On the 19th, the full moon brings complete closure at 29 degrees of Libra in your 2nd house of security and money. So there's something seen around the 19th in this area of partnership, or who's investing in you, where your money's going, how it's budgeted, is it fair? Do I feel confident about this? Is this making me insecure to give up this much? When there's a full moon in the 2nd house, you could question how secure you're feeling. You could be feeling vulnerable. And if you don't show it, they won't know. They won't know it. Oh, don't let them see you sweat. That whole slogan. If you don't show it, they won't know it. I don't know what the rhymes are all about sometimes, but when I hear things, I just hear them. It's okay. All of this is okay. You shouldn't judge yourself as deeply as maybe you have been. This is just an experience. And if you're not happy, things can change. On the 20th, the sun enters Taurus. I like this. This is the time to get traveling, Virgo, and make it far. Pick a good destination, maybe one that relaxes you or one that affords you the time to get into something metaphysical. Spa retreats, meditative yoga retreats, some kind of metaphysical experience that you go to. The sun in the 9th house could be you taking a course or educating yourself, getting a certification, or getting interested in a new political alignment, or affiliating yourself with the community in a bigger way. Maybe politically, what's the right word? I feel like it's about board meetings and getting on the board or doing something with the community in a big way. Additionally, on the 20th, Venus moves into Aries, where you have Mercury and the new moon's energy, that 8th house. You are deeply trying to connect, and you're very attracted to someone in the month of April. And if you're not, you have the hugest potential to be. With Venus in the 8th and the new moon there, you could start really fresh in the area of sex and sharing. So let's see what cards are here for you. I am excited to see what comes up. Virgo, if you'd like a private reading, I'm at audreyalison.com, and you can select your desired reading length via PayPal, and I'll get back to you. Here are your cards. The Sun. That's a beautiful major arcana card. Marriage, warmth, success, sharing. Some of you are, I'm just looking at all the words in here. I can't really read them right now. If I took my contacts out, I'd be able to read them. I can't see too up close with these contacts in. What I was getting was, you could be really interested in astrology, because I'm thinking some of this is like astrology and the sun and where it's located, and that 9th house is lit up. Some of you are studying the metaphysical side of life, and I think you're into it because you're watching these videos. So yeah, you have the desire to learn, and you feel good when you are investing in your knowledge or your worth. Let's see what else. Wow, this is huge for marriage. 10 of Cups, marriage, partnership, 50-50. I mentioned that. Now this is all about reciprocated energy. You're not more in love than they are. This is an equal partnership. Let's see what else is here. Well, Virgo, it is time for you to fall in love. Ace of Cups. New love, and that's that new moon too in the 8th house. Sharing, cups and cups. Your cup runneth over. There's blessings available for Virgo with the Sun, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. What's your outcome? Queen of Wands. This is some fire energy for you. She's sweet. Look at that one. She is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she takes action. The Sun is reminding me of this sunflower here with the Queen of Fire. Go where it's warm. You need some heat in your life. And take action on creative endeavors. This could also be a pregnancy. Big time pregnancy vibes or adoption vibes. Some of you might be adopting and going through all of the political paperwork to do so in that 9th house. There's a lot of red tape when going through adoption, and always do things like that with a Mercury direct, so you can assess all of that. I appreciate you watching, and I am wishing you a beautiful spring and a beautiful month of April. Remember, Virgo, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.